Namaste, Shalom, Salam, everybody, Satnam. This is Mother Sophia. I wanted to share with you an experience I had today because when I do healings, whether they're planned or unplanned, um, it always teaches me something, and I'd like to bring that teaching to you. So today I had a client who had come into the clinic, and it was for an aesthetic treatment. And somehow fate, the universe put us in a place where I had 2 hours after her, and we somehow got onto the subject of healing, and I mentioned that I could speak to people who were past, and she then said, oh, I'd love to speak to my mother. At that point when she said that, it triggered something, and I basically get this feeling, it's like another dimension. I'm open to another dimension, so that dimension opens up for me, and I could feel that her mother was in the room. So immediately I said, my channels are closed now. So when I say that, generally what happens, unless it's urgent, the soul will go, and the person will book an appointment to see me specifically for that. Now, in this instance, it was very strong. And sometimes what happens is people say they feel someone around them who has passed. It's a good and a bad thing, because the person is around you because they know that you need them, but they need to pass on. So what had happened is I then gave permission for her mother to use my body as a channel to speak to her daughter. And the first thing, and you know, I'm a channel, so the soul actually sits in me and speaks. I'm in control. However, I don't remember all of the experience because there's a part of my brain that disengages, the part that recalls memory, because I'm completely present. I'm present, but my memory, the memory doesn't kick in. So somebody might say to me a year later, do you remember when this happened? I generally don't, unless I record it. The first thing her mum said was, I'm glad you got rid of him. He was hurting you. I've been watching everything. Finally, you can stand up for yourself. And the mother, it's always a humbling experience and an honor for me to experience another soul, because I feel their whole personality. So she had a conversation telling her what she should do. And then at one point, my eyes are always closed, because if I open my eyes, I'm Sophia in this moment. And when I close my eyes, I am myself, but allowing someone else to use my body as a channel. So as her mother was speaking, at one point, just in the middle of nowhere, she said, and you're eating too much. Stop eating too much. And she just burst out laughing, and she went, Mum. So they couldn't stop giggling, at which point Sophia starts giggling. So I'm still aware of what's going on. So I'm laughing. So that when I'm laughing, the mother kind of is less stronger, because I'm reacting to the situation. Anyway, then the mum came back, and she was advising her daughter, telling her, okay, I've been watching you. This is what you should and shouldn't do. And then she said, I know that you're strong enough now. You're strong now. And the daughter said, yes. And she said, well, you're strong now. I'm going to leave. Will you give me permission to leave? And the soul left. And a few minutes later, she basically started shaking. And she said, I feel really light, but I feel quite lightheaded. So I went to get her some water. And what that was is that she was carrying this sadness and was crying for her mother. So she was carrying the sadness of her mother. And I said, you've got to celebrate your mother, and not carry that sadness, because you should remember her for who she was, and not that she's not here in the physical form. So it was like this. She said she just felt something lifted off her. She felt completely light, so light that she needed a glass of water. And it was just really humbling and really beautiful. And then we went on to do the aesthetics. So in situ, what that teaches us, first of all, is that you've got to let the ones who have passed to pass. And not only must you let them pass with goodwill and good luck, and remember them as joy and love and whatever they brought into your life. This is something that we are lacking in our modern day teachings, is that, you know, we kind of shy away from death and we think dead people are ghosts, but they're not ghosts, they're souls. And so this is something that, you know, maybe I'll write a book. I'm hoping that these videos reach enough people to make a difference. So yeah, we need to celebrate them when they go and wish them well when they go, and say, wow, you're on to your next adventure and your next journey, and remember them for the beauty and the love that they are. So that's the lesson we can learn from it all. And as I said, for me, I don't, I allow my channels to open if it's urgent. And this was urgent because our mother had been around for 6 years. And in fact, it was only a few days ago that it was the anniversary of her mother's death. So, and 6 is a very sacred number. So it was a beautiful, beautiful experience for me. We were all in tears. I mean, well, her mum was crying through me. So, and it was just such a beautiful release. So today I would like to ask you all to celebrate those that have left. Always remember them as who they were, not that they have gone. Cry for a day, miss them, but tell them, because they're around, I let you go. Go forward on your onward journey. I love you. And I remember you for the person and the gift that you were and are, as a soul and as an energy. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, Shalom, Salam.